Christmas Eve in Covina, California. A quiet residential street lined with identical homes, holiday lights glowing across the block. Inside one of them, the Ortega family gathers as they do every year. Food, conversation, familiar traditions. Nothing suggests the violence minutes away. Shortly before midnight, a man approaches the home. He is dressed head to toe in a Santa Claus suit, red coat, white trim, boots, mask. In his hands, he carries a wrapped, gift-shaped device built to disperse a flammable liquid. Under the costume, he conceals multiple handguns. The man is Bruce Jeffrey Pardo. He reaches the door and knocks. And when the door opens, it's answered by his 8-year-old niece. Without hesitation, Pardo pulls out a handgun and fires, wounding her instantly. Chaos erupts. Family members attempt to flee as Pardo steps inside and begins shooting indiscriminately at partygoers in every direction. Gunfire tears through the living room. People scatter, some diving behind furniture, others running toward exits or the backyard. Several fall within seconds. Amid the confusion, Pardo sets down the device he carried, a pressurized sprayer filled with a flammable accelerant. He activates it, coating the floor, the furniture, the lower walls. Ignition follows within moments. Flames burst to life and spread rapidly, feeding on the accelerant. Heat intensifies, far beyond that of a typical residential fire. Rooms ignite in succession. The staircase and ceiling spaces catch. Smoke engulfs the interior as the structure begins to weaken. Rising temperatures trigger an explosion heard across the neighborhood. A fireball shoots upward from the roofline, and parts of the home collapse inward. Emergency calls flood local dispatchers. Responders arrive to find the house fully engulfed, windows shattered outward, flames roaring from every opening. Fire crews attempt to attack the blaze, but the structure is already compromised, largely destroyed.
6 bodies were found in the ashes of a Los Angeles area home on Christmas Day. On Christmas Eve, a gunman dressed as Santa Claus opened fire during a party before setting the house on fire.
Pardo is no longer at the scene. Despite the burns he sustained while igniting the device, he escapes, driving away in a rented vehicle. The entire assault, entry, shooting, ignition, departure, lasts only minutes.
Pardo was severely injured during that explosion. He suffered third-degree burns on both arms. It also appears that the Santa Claus suit that he was wearing did melt onto his body.
Hours later, around 3 a.m., police respond to another call, this time in Sylmar. Inside a home belonging to his brother, Bruce Pardo is found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the mouth.
He intended to commit this crime and then flee the country. What it appears is that he didn't anticipate injuring himself to the point where obviously he took his own life.
His brother is not present. Investigators recover remnants of the Santa suit, additional ammunition, and materials linked to the Covina attack. Near his rented car, they find even more evidence connecting him to the crime. When the fire site cools, forensic teams begin examining what remains of the Ortega home. Fire patterns confirm the use of an accelerant dispersed through a pressurized device. Bullet casings, burn patterns, and structural damage align with witness testimony. no evidence points to any accomplice. Pardo acted alone. Toxicology reports later reveal cocaine in Pardo's system during both the attack and his death. Police note that marital problems, including a recent divorce and escalating personal conflicts, are believed to be the motive behind the massacre. As dawn breaks, the scale of the tragedy becomes clear. 9 members of the Ortega family are dead, and others severely injured.
Most of the bodies were severely burned and charred. We also do not have identity. We will probably have to do both dental and medical x-rays to do comparisons to identify the deceased.
The home, once the center of holiday gatherings, is reduced to ash and twisted metal. A night built on warmth, routine, and family tradition becomes one of the most devastating holiday crimes in California's history. True crime, real horror, shadow lore, where every darkness hides a story. Subscribe if you dare.